When I was a young man, I liked to take a basketball, go down to a nearby court, and just shoot some hoops, dribble around, take a shot from the top of the key, from the free throw line, maybe a turnaround jumper, 8 feet out, or a layup, try a layup. I didn't mind playing pickup games. I do that from time to time, but really, I was just as happy being by myself, taking shooting hoops on my own. And so I didn't consider myself as practicing for a game, which is worth mentioning because if you had seen me playing, you'd have thought, oh, that's what he's doing. He's practicing to get better so he can compete in a game. And I suppose I was to some degree, but that really wasn't what I was doing. I was just enjoying the experience of shooting hoops. Now, the other thing you might have thought was that the whole point of this exercise was to get the ball into the hoop. And in fact, it kind of was. And that, yeah, that's what I was trying to do, get the ball in the hoop. And I did enjoy that sound, swish, when it went through. And I did enjoy it rattling in. It was a pleasing experience. But if the whole point, if the only point was getting the ball in the hoop, well, I would have just stood right underneath the basket and put it in. I'd have gotten it in every single time. So you see, that really wasn't the point. The point of standing out 8 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet from the hoop was that it was harder. Why make it harder on myself if I wasn't practicing for a game? Why make it harder? Because what I really enjoyed, what I really enjoyed was the focus necessary to get the ball in the hoop. You see, standing directly beneath it, the physics are such where you have a lot of room for error. You can be a little off and the ball is still going to go in. But if you're standing back 20 feet, 25 feet, you have to get it just right. And that pleasure of focusing my attention and my body and the ball so that this thing occurs a certain distance from me, that required complete focus. I couldn't be distracted. And so ultimately, the experience of shooting the ball was just an excuse to focus because focus is an actual lived experience. And this is the case with most results. And writing, as I've talked about in this podcast, gets really caught up in results, publication and sales and so on. And all that stuff is fine. But all of that really, most of what we do is an excuse to focus in a meaningful way, because it's the focus that is pleasing, the paying attention to the present moment with my complete attention that is the most pleasing part of life, really. And I think that when I bring my full attention to the moment with whatever I'm doing, whether it's playing basketball or writing or teaching a class or having a conversation or playing the piano, when I bring my full attention to the present moment and what I'm doing, when I bring my full attention without resistance, without judgment to what I'm doing, I feel that is the closest I ever come to really meeting myself. There I am, fully present without resistance. There I am, fully present in the moment. And of course, when we write, that's what we're shooting for, expressing some version of ourselves, our interest, our unique voice. That's what we're hoping to do. Go to the page and meet ourselves. Yeah, it's true. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, hit subscribe so you don't miss a dose of my inspiration. And if you like it, say so. I always love to hear from you. So until next week, this is Bill Kenower. Stay fearless.